Alrighty. Sitting at the edge, take a moment of stillness. That little subtle bow of the skull, right? First, that's a little difficult to do, but once you find that gesture, you can make it incredibly subtle. So it doesn't have to be this huge movement of the head. It's more just a little tilt. And feel that gate at the top there that just opens. What it also does is sort of lengthens the entire dura mater of your spine, right? Because it's tied in there and it's tied in at the bottom. So especially if we keep our tail descending down, sort of anchoring. Greg, can you mute yourself for me?
Sure.
Yeah, you're always muted when you come in, so you don't have to worry about that, at least in my class. So, alrighty, so the tail descending, sort of like piercing the ground, right? And then that little subtle skull position raises crown and opens up that whole tube of the dura mater around the spine, right? So that's good for you. It's healthy rather than being kinked. So then here with that Chong Mai or central channel wide open, nasal breathing. Couple, maybe a minute or so. Remember, 4-part breath, 4 distinct phases for your mind to experience. But the mind is the constant observer of those 4 phases. This liberates the mind in a way. Again, in a traditional setting or in your own practice, please feel free to take 2, 10, 20 minutes even of meditation before starting your practice, right? Anywhere around there. We do it short because we're getting this sort of an educational experience, but in your own practice at home, please take each section appropriately. Spinal movements, very gentle. Slide hands forward. Gently around, open the back. Then slide hands back. Soft arch, nothing too forceful. Really think of it as more of an extension of the front line, the tip of the chin down through the pubic bone, opening that line. And then settling, think of this as tail piercing the ground, base of skull joint that we talked about, lengthening up just an appropriate amount, like an archer's bow. And then reverse. You can inhale with this one, but just be natural. Elbows softly back, shoulder blades softly back. And then slide, hands forward. Soften and round. Let's do one more. Tip of chin, pubic bone moving softly away from each other. And the base of skull and tail. Tail diving into the earth as the chin comes down, base of skull open. Finally, back to neutral, right in the middle. Make sure shoulders soften and elbows sort of get heavy and drop rather than held like this as I exaggerate. But so let's all do that to feel the wrong thing. Tighten up in the shoulders and hold your elbows a little up in this way that we tend to do when we're like off balance, right? And we're like holding, imagine that. And then from the brain, let that go, settle that. twice more like that. So imagine you're being tense and scared. You're standing on one leg. And then with the brain, soften all that. Let the whole chassis of tension just release. One more time. So again, you have to pretend in your mind that, uh-oh, I'm a little scared. So you see what my hands are doing. I'm mimicking it. I'm going, oh. And then I'm saying, okay, down, release. Now keep that softness as you do your gentle twist. Think of it more like you're just looking over there. Turning, maybe even looking around behind. Allow for that gradual twist. And then back to center. So lead from the eyes to just think something's over there, and let the right hand slide forward, left hand slide back. There's an appropriate amount. For some of you, it might be a few degrees. Some of you a little less, some of you a little more. Rotate, just look behind. And back to middle. One more. And back to middle. Arms hang heavy. Softly tip to the right. Just feel each of the vertebrae. Just notice how far feels good. And then wave back to center. Soft. Falling, sort of. Falling. In slow motion. And then back up. One more each side, just falling to the side. Finding the bottom, the hanging. And then up. Super soft. And we're back. Middle. Shoulder blades rise. Melt. Both rise. Melt. One more. Now, from seated position, lean forward a little. Arms hang. Notice that hanging there, release. From there, shrug up. And use the shoulder blades to draw you back. Crack a walnut in the shoulder blades. Softly melt the shoulder blades down. Tilt to the middle. So notice these, think of it like connect the dots. There's a dot here going forward and protracting. There's a dot at the top now of a circle. Go up to the top of that circle. Cross that top, go back and down the back. Down the back, sliding. Under, come through the bottom of the circle here. Neutral. Under, up, back, down, under, neutral, tilt, shoulder blades pull you along for the ride, and under. Other direction, back, up, forward, feel those sliding shoulder blades. So we're back at this corner, right? Or this part of the circle. Under. Back. Up. Over. Down. Back. Shoulder blades got to get back. They got to rise, come over the top of the circle. The arms just kind of come along. If they're being held behind you, it's going to strain the body. And then forward. So try to have nothing going on in the arms and they just go for the ride. And then back to neutral. Wings. Roll palms up. Fold. Down. Hold here. Hands come down alongside you. Now, scoot to the back of the chair. Make yourself comfortable where you feel like you can then lean onto one butt bone. Find that butt bone so that this leg loosens, right? So you're on this hip and leg, sort of, but really in the butt. Lift, chamber, right? Then set it down. Shift to the buttock. Feel that butt bone shift. Lift that empty leg. Knee above the hip and then down. Shift the weight as you lift. Set it down, empty. Shift over in the buttock if you can feel that. Lift. Shift to the buttock. Lift. Now, shift to the buttock, lift, and hold for a moment. Push at whatever angle feels like you can get a completely straight knee out through the heel. Bring it back. Again, 2. Bring it back. 3. And then bring it. Set it down. Shift. Up. Push at whatever angle you can get totally through. Up. Push. Up. Push. All right. And back to the middle. Now bring that right foot out. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. One more. And then switch. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And down. Other foot. Chamber push. Invert, evert. And circles. One more. Other way. And switch. Push. Invert, evert, a few times. Circles inward. Other way. And down. All right. Scoot forward to the edge of that chair. Forward folds. Try to get it right from the hip crease. Back up. Notice the tendency to lead and round the spine. Really feel hips. So you should feel like the front groin is sort of being gently squeezed in a way to bring you down, right? There's almost a pinching at the deep, deep, deep hip to make sure you're getting there, and then up, and then we tilt back, opening that space that was just pinched. Back to neutral, no pinch, it should be soft. And then hinge right from there, and it sort of hinges right at that crease. That's good for the musculature that wraps in that area. One more. And middle. Swivel steps. Both legs first from feet together. Push your heels out so you're at the most internal rotation position. Right? Try to bring that back to center. Both of them back together. So the heels move through space. The balls of the feet stay on the ground. There. That little pinched in position. Like that. Now from here, open, close. All right, let's do that again. Open, close. Open, close. And then back to neutral. neutral. Alrighty. Now let's do stand up, sit down, slide those feet back. From that hip crease, hinge. The head and weight go forwardish. Push off the chair to go forwardish. Push down, rise to standing. Hips back. Hips forward, a couple times. All the way forward, too far forward. Back, as if you're getting ready to sit down, but you haven't bent your knees yet. And then back up, hips forward. Now the hips go back, you haven't bent your knees, hit that corner. Then, deepen at that hip crease, sink the tail, sink the tush, sink those buttock bones. Back to vertical. Hinge forward, almost like falling forward. Then effort yourself forward more through the head and up you climb through the crown to stand. As the tail goes back, the crown comes forward and sink. Now let's go up to standing and stay up. From here, a little bit to the balls of the feet, to the middle, a little too much to the heels, but be very careful. Play about 5-6 times forward and back. Playing with liquid body. So you're standing in such a way that you are letting go of your tension, and then you're slightly tipping yourself in ways to see if you can maintain your balance even with a relaxed body. And that's how you find center. So you explore forward, but note you can also explore forward and slightly off to one side. Stay forward and go off to the other side. So you're in the balls of your feet, right? And your heels are staying empty, but you are changing in the front. Now I'm more here. Now I'm more here, but I'm at the front. Now go to this side, stay on the outside edge, and go to the heel and toe on one foot. So you're going around and then forward, but you're staying over here, right? Forwardish, backish. All right? Now stay in the heel and come around the back side. So from this heel to this heel. Stay in the heels. So if you can find that perfect feeling where you're relaxed and you're sort of like leaning back, tipping back almost, but you're in full control with the center. Then you're just coming around. Now you're on this side. Let's work the outer edge here. So we're over here, toes or ball of foot, and then heel. Ball of foot, heel. We're arranged here. We're paying attention over here. And then forward, around, back. Be careful. Come up, around, and forward again. So let's just go around. So you don't cross the heels, but you cross at the toes. You're coming forward to the ball of the foot, transferring back to the heel. Then forward on this side. Add the arm. Forward on this side over here. Around. Back. Then staying on that side. So that was just me going around on the heels. So now stay on the heels. Hands keep coming up little by little. Changing leg. And bring that right hand down. And wash the paws. Now, we swing the hands as if we're holding a ball between the palms, like a seesaw, or like we're holding, you get the idea, like something that keeps the hands exactly this connected, and it's rocking. Like that roller coaster, the pirate ship that goes under and up, under and up. One more. Now here, the arms are up in the sky, reaching towards this direction. Turn the left palm uppish, right palm is facing downish, and just turn, bring the arms out in front of you and across. Right? Now we're on this side. Change the hands. Shift, turn, bring the hands around in front. Beautifully done, everybody. Turn the left palm under, right palm over. Shift, turn. Switch palm, right under, left over. Two more. And eventually it looks like this. Right? The hands switch like this. Cross. All right. Now, come under, pirate ship, and turn into that position, right palm up, left palm down, come across. So now we go under to the right and across. Under, across, across, under. Under. Cross. One more. And under, under, middle, wings, roll, up over. Settle, 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 settle. Mind settling like a stone softly falling through a pond, resting in the middle place that feels like the lake bed to the mind. This energy center. Resting upon. And hands cross. And now we go softly forward, back. The hands gently sweeping in the water, but they stay at water level. Now, hung, rising, back of hands flooding upward. Then the hands softly flip over and we just let them fall, supported by the air on the way to the leaf. Down to rise up. Softly let them turn over into fall. So the turnover is key in Tai Chi, because they're easy to skip, right? This whole move has this position, right? That's all one position. There is this in-between moment. Now it's ready for, right? So the turnover, think of it as a thing. but it's a change rather than a stable, and then there's a changing, and then it's a stable position. Now, palms turn to face each other. I'm sorry, to make a round. See that round? So they're not here, around. Open. Close. Now, they say open to the right, close to the left. So you go to your right, shift into your right leg as I shift into my right leg. So you're going that way in space, I'm going this way, but we're doing the same thing. Bring it back and shift to the other leg. Open to the right, close. Same idea. There's a little turnover and we go open. That's all sort of a single gesture. And there's a slight change in the fingertips to come back as it turns over. Open. So close to your left. So it'll look like this. We're going this way, all of us now. Open. Close. Open. Close. Keep going. Open. Close. Same exact right open, left close rhythm. Open. So you're going that way. Close. Now the hands fall down in front of the navel. Open. And note that any of you can do any of these in the chair, many of these. So if I'm going too long, let's go ahead back to the middle, open. For you to be standing, feel free to sit and do a similar thing to keep up with the class, but we're just doing some qigong here. Soft little gestures. Now, last one, drop the hands right in front of groin area, and the arms are totally released all the way to the tips of the fingers, and we open like wings, crane wings, right? To the right, and then close to the left. Open to your right, close, open, close. Two more. Do them on your own. Two more. One more. There's an open, turn over, and a close. Gorgeous. All righty, now wings, roll, fold, sink like a stone, rest the lake bed. And hands cross and come down. Now, we've got embracing moon. Wings. Right hand turns palm up. It comes over the top as the left hand scoops under. Now, like two magnets attracting towards each other, the hands go towards, then they go away. Again, towards, away. Again. Now, notice on this last one, this is them coming in one direction. Now they're both moving in this direction. Keep going with both of them around the two far sides of the circles. Now they're as far away as they can be here. Magnets. Now let's stay on this side. Open and close. And by the way, let me say this too. Keep doing that when I point something out. When standing like we are for a while, there's parallel feet, there's turned out feet, and there's slightly turned in. This slight turned in pinches here in a good way, opens the sacrum, and the knees will naturally maybe softly bend, but you don't bend the knees. So just know that while we're doing something like we're doing now, you can be playing with parallel, turned out, parallel, in, right? Any of these positions. Now open and close. Okay. From here, open, close. Now, open, they keep going. They keep going. No shortcuts around the circle, all the way. They're as far away as they can be. Groin here, top of head, and then 2 magnets. Do 1 open and close. On this one, change sides. Down, straight down and up around the far side of 2 circles. 1 low, 1 high, and together they come. Open and close. Open and ride the circle. Open and close. Ride the circle. Now just ride the circle. Holding here. This hand under, this hand over. Softly pressing here. Great job, everybody. Arms down. Wings, roll, fold, settle, 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 settle. And release the arms. Make soft fists. So a soft Tai Chi fist, very soft, a lot of space. Space. The middle finger is slightly pronounced, right? And you feel this, right? So soft fist makes the hand a little heavy. You feel the wrist and fist like an item, like almost like a cannonball on the end of a chain, something like that, right? Okay, so now from here, just fold at the wrists a little gently. and then back down. And let your arms hang in neutral each time. So they call this the hammer curl. You lift with this side like this is the hammer side, hammer, right? But then you roll it as you bring it up and softly drop the fists in. So this is all just really great for the joints. Out, down, and let it hang in neutral. So it's that hammer again, right? So thumb side would float up. Now it floats up again, and we turn and just softly bring in the hammer fist and then drop it. Right. Couple more. Now, hammer fists, just hanging fists, sweep across in front. Swing. You can feel them hanging down front. Now add to it a little bit of a turning of the body towards the back of the room in a way that the fist sort of goes not only around, but sort of swings up a little behind you a little bit, right? And then it drops underneath and comes back across. You're turning your body. So when you turn it, the hand and arm sort of go up behind you a little bit, the fists, just a little up and then down, cross, turn. They go a little bit up, down, turn. They go a little up. Down, turn, and back towards middle. Now swing the fist straight over to the side and straight over to the other side. Swing. They come up, up, up. Swing. 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 Now as they come up, let the fists get above and then just turn and carry the fists across above. So your arms are not too high up, but the fists kind of are, right? So they're up over the top, and then you're over here, and they come down and under. They come up, soft, soft, soft. They stay soft as you go over. Down, cross, up, over. Down. Now we switch. Down. Cross. Or up, I'm sorry. Across. Down, very soft. And if they only want to come up this high, wouldn't this work? Yes, it would. So that's the important thing, is not only can it be done effectively at the smallest range, which is sort of hard to track. You also can do it at slightly larger and just carry it over. Or as large as it feels like getting, right? But don't force that. All right. Now, back to the middle, swing, swing, go the other way. Up. Now, middle, open the fists. Let the fingers just really hang. And now, swinging. Hands come up. Now here, we're sliding the hand like we're pulling a bow. As we go into this right leg, it's my right leg, I'm sorry, it's your left, right, if you're mirroring me. And then bring it back to the end, and then do it again. So we're just gonna stay right here, just very soft, with open fingers, very loose hands. And note that the right hand, the one that's out here, just stays comfortably. If that's better done here, please do that. The point is it's out here a bit and we're just separating from that. Two more. And softly. Now, holding here, receiving in. Back out. Receive in. So this is that receptive energy there. Sort of an offering. Last one here. Now, this item in our hands, carry it down. Bring it under Shogun. Roll, hold. All the way down. Pause at the lake bed. Hands down. Now, hands scoop slightly in front, up, sinking, opening the knees, hips, everything down through the earth. Rising. Down to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. Now turn the hands over, soft. Rise. Let it settle and keep sinking. Again. Let it settle, and it just falls through that settling quality. Two more. Turn the hands under, cradling, Shogun, Turn the palms over, go out. Stay on the far side, come down, up, two more. Forward, let's finish. Now we add one final bit here. As you come down, just very softly let the tail sneak back, arms dangle. Just sink the tail the amount you can stay very relaxed. Then when it's time, rise. Rock back, I'm sorry. As you rock back, the arms softly go up. Now stay in the heels, let the arms go down. Stay in the heels, arms go up to that point where they're about to come forward with us. Still in our heels. Now, arms come up around chest height, shoulder height, something like that. Tip forward, arms swing around in a reaching gesture. Settle back to the heels, the hands come mouth, belly. Fingers point down, tail sneaks back, softly sink. Rise, rock backish, arms, forwardish, reach, backish, down. Three more of those. Back, around. Wings. And we'll just close that part right here. Settle like a stone. And have a seat in your chair for a moment. So you sit back safely. All righty, a little bit of self-massage. Hands. Back of shoulder and back. Try to get a little behind that and smooth down. Now come underneath as if you're raising your hand in class. If you can reach, go elbow to armpit. If needed, you got to come sort of under it you got to find a different way, right? Because we want to get it up here so we can rub and then go side body. If you can, drop this hand over top and open that whole side. Give that some good attention right there in the shoulder, the ribs, just as far as you can. Ribs, and then up. Other side. Palms, back of neck. So feel the C7 vertebra right there. Touch that. Slide the hand up to the base. So trace that for yourself. Up, up, up. Notice when you're on the back of your neck, can you feel use your index finger, try to feel the back tip of each vertebra there. So you have to so once you see what I'm doing, stop looking at the camera and drop your head and feel all that, right? So use your finger just to feel the fact that there's the ribs or the spine of the spine, the very tip that you can feel sort of up the middle-ish. And then on either side, there's meat. And there's also tendons running right alongside it. So feel that, all right? And then from there, we hold one hand here against the base. Use the opposite hand for the side, then the base, then the back tendon. Switch, side, base, back tendon. And then we go thumbs right along the ridge. We go fingers, claw through the hair. Then we go shake, 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 right? Then we go right along this little center of the face. You come up and open. Up the middle and open. Right, so there's that groove there, and you want to just gently on the surface just promote dispersal. Then do that from the bridge of the nose across the cheekbones and up and over. Softly, of course. Okay, now the ears. Palms on the ear. Then with this side of the hand, softly sort of press it into the side of the head. If you have earrings on, of course, don't do this. So I'll just show you that there, and we do that with both a couple of times. Then index finger behind the ear, middle finger in front, softly at the root. Up and down on both. Then scissor cut while on the dish and circling the scissors. And then trace the jaw to the tip. Come down the central seam to the nape. down to the nape. And then we go over to lung point 1 and 2. Heart up the middle, sweep. And we go to there, under, up the middle, sweep. And then front rib cage and stomach, down to the groin, pubic region, then around to the back, sacrum, up the back, then turn the hands if you can right there, and lumbar, thumbs, and down. Now we get this flow. Fold at the hips, slide the hands down. They come around the foot to the inner calf or ankle, come up the inner thighs, all the way past the groin, up to the navel. Touch your belly button. Trace it around above the hips. That's Ming Men. Up and down on that general region. And then fold, go down with both, around. 2 more. Last gesture. Right hand out in front, left hand softly on top. Sweep up. Turn, sweep down. Turn, sweep up. Down. Other side. Two more. All right. And one more, sink chi to the belly, or shogun, or closing. Resting in the navel. The sea of chi, they call the entire belly region. The main access point is that navel, right? But they're the whole space. So let's just take a few more moments just resting on the sea, right? And the word naval is interesting, right? Naval as in, warships and such out there, but also our navel. And the idea that it's a sea is, right, metaphorically aligned. So take a few moments here, resting. Feel totally free to sit back against your chair so that you can rest. But if you feel stable and well aligned and comfortable, just continue to be upright. But if there's anything sort of achy, just sit back, relax, and that will heal this area, right? It'll rest. So this idea of resting while we're conscious, while we're conscious, while we're still present. Thank you so much, everyone. So stay as chill and relaxed as hopefully you feel, and feel free to ask any questions. A lot of new stuff today, right? So thanks for being part of that sort of expression. Any questions, comments, please tell me if your body was like, ooh, I do not like that, right? Knee, something like that. You'll have to unmute yourself if you have anything.
I like this class very much, Otto. That we did a lot standing.
Yeah.
And it really forced me to do something that we were doing half of it when we're sitting.
Yeah.
But when you're standing, I felt it much more all over my body. Thank you. I
would like to do that more.